That's what I was looking for. All right. Hopefully we've got people that can pick this back up. Pinned in the corner there. Guido going after it. Hello, everyone. 13 back. Okay, so people are still here. Hopefully you can hear me. All right. The IT kid fixes the issue. Well, shot across the crease, nothing going there. For those of you just joining us, which y'all have been here, it's been my voice that hasn't, but the Raptors currently have a 2-0 lead as we begin the second period, 12:38 remaining. Noah Keener introduces himself. Gets a little extra. Pass to Reed on his second stick. Reed with his own entry. But they say he's offside.
If you wanted to do the catch-up of who got the 2 goals and stuff like there.
So first goal credited to Anthony Guido with 9:21 remaining. And second goal by Braden Poole with 1:41 remaining in the first. Poole's goal was a power play goal. If you're playing Raptors fantasy hockey, keep that in mind. Shot on net. Boldick swallows it up, gets a whistle. So 12:05 remaining in the second period. 2-0 Raptors, and it's good to be back. Trust me, that was bothering me as much as it was bothering you guys. Also, I believe every parent here told me that the feed was not working. So, up sent in, Reed in front, backhand to Lombardo, just shoots it wide though. Puck kept in. We've got a delayed penalty coming up. Possibly a second one, shot on goal, loose, score! Bouncing puck goes in. Let's determine how many penalties actually were in that play. The goal will negate at least one penalty, but it looked like there may have been a trip as well, so you can't negate 2 penalties. So let's see what's going on. Looks like they're going to let the Phoenix get 5 players out on the ice, so the delayed penalty gets put in the trash bin. So 3-0 Raptors. We'll have to see in a bit who actually got credit for that goal. It looked like it went off of a couple of different people. So puck sent wide. Brown will dig it out of the corner. They'll try to get it out. Goal credited to Corin Lombardo. Martin sends it over in front to Banning. Banning flips it up. Picked up by the Phoenix goalie, and we have a stoppage. Easton Martin looking for a penalty there in the tie-up, possibly a hook. These officials are absolutely positively not going to take anything from the players, so. Anyway, 11:01 remaining in the second period. Raptors up 3-0. Face off in the zone. Keener has it. Look to bring it around. Gets it poked away. Sends it over to Kehoe. Amistadi. Puck is still loose. And now the goal is at a 45-degree angle. Which I'll check my rule book, but I'm going to say that's not allowed. Someone wanted to take the goal home with them. Face-off won by Keener. Goes for the wraparound. Can't get to it. Chapman will keep it in. He digs it out of the corner. He keeps it in the corner. Dig out, dig in. Oh. Player goes down. Smacked around a little bit. Amistadi tries to get in there. Pushed off. Keener gets it. Gets an elbow high. That's... Yeah. It's getting a little bit chippy here. Keener eats an elbow. And the Raptors will go on the power play once again. Generally, a face-to-face hit is going to get a closer look there by an official, but that particular player for the Atlanta Phoenix had the arms up, potentially had an elbow up. Looks like it's only going to be a 2-minute penalty, though. Okay. Puck drop, read out to Chapman at the point. He'll wait for it. He'll look. There's the shot. It gets deflected and sent up into the netting. Chapman was looking for the pass, but they were giving him the shot, so he said, fine, I'll take it if you insist. Reed again with the face-off, sends it back to Chapman. They're going to give him a shot again. That time, they go in. But he gives it away in front. Tiny baby shot on goal. Bronson goes to dig it out. Can't find it. It's behind him that way. Collins has it, sends it out to Chapman at the point. Chapman with the shot. The Phoenix will dump it. You're not allowed to do that. So we'll get the puck back in the Raptors offensive zone. 9:42 remaining in the second period. 1:22 remaining on the penalty to the Atlanta Phoenix. One of the few teams in the league that has two cities and no nickname. Caleb Reed to take the face-off again. Same power play lineup there. Phoenix tried to get it out, slam it hard against the boards, but doesn't necessarily go anywhere. Reed will take it. He sends it around to Bronson. Bronson at the other corner goes to send it. It goes past Guido, and he'll go pick it up in the neutral zone. Goes send it over to Bronson. Bronson gets a little piece of it and goes back. Chapman will take it now. 1 minute left in the penalty. Guido was looking for a drop pass there, but couldn't get it off. Chapman being a little careful there to make sure that he didn't murder someone, because he's a gentleman. Bronson now deep in his own zone. He'll bring it up. He will continue to bring it up. He will lose the puck behind him. Alas. Raptors still have it. Lombardo got a little tied up in himself there, but Martin will hold on to it. 21 seconds remaining in the power play. Martin will skate in. Will hold it off. Sends it out to the point. Roberts dumps it over to Keener. Keener sends it over to Lombardo. 7, 6. Across the slot. Nothing there. Pass out. Goes past Roberts. Is the shot? Nothing there. Lost by the Phoenix player. Had a beautiful breakaway, but just lost the handle trying to do a move. And that sucks for him. Lombardo, though, with a shot. Glove saved by the Phoenix. And we'll get a stoppage. 8 minutes even on the clock here in the second period. Raptors up 3-0. If you're watching at home, 47 shooting the evil looks over in this direction. Shot on net, blocked by Bolduc. Edwards maybe stopping, taking the dirty looks at me. Take it. Dump off to Edwards. Shot just off the blocker. Beautiful drop pass there. Good keep there by Winters. Shot on net, sticked away. Banning will go pick it up. Goes back to Kehoe. It gets sent back to run the other way. Winters brings it in. Off of Kehoe. Amistadi can't find it. Bouncing puck, backhanded by Banning, just wide. Amistadi will take it. Sent around the boards. Edwards lost the handle there on a bouncing puck. But he'll go introduce himself to a Phoenix player. Phoenix player says, I'll just get rid of the puck. Please don't touch me. Sent back around the other way. Edwards has it. He'll look for the stretch pass. He sends it over to Amistadi. Amistadi dumps it in. And we can get a partial line change. Dug out. Guido has it in the corner. In front. Can't get to it. Brown will fight for the puck on the boards. Collins has it. A little backhand. Guido now sends it back around the other way over to, tries to get it to Collins. Hack and whack. Loose puck. A little bit early of a whistle there. But they were going to have it anyway. 6:16 remaining in the second period. Raptors up 3-0. Raptors have been comfortably in possession of the puck this whole game. Collins tries to get a piece of it. Gets knocked over by Guido. Phoenix tried to get it out. Poked by Chapman, keeps it in the zone. Reed does a few dances there. Gets almost sent out. Chapman tried to flip it forward. Reed keeps it in. Great play by Caleb Reed. Now in the corner. Sent out in front. Guido has it. Shot! Saved by the goaltender. Chapman now has it. Looks to try to get it around. He gets taken down, and that's going to be a whistle. And the Raptors go back on the power play. Chapman 100% drew that penalty, holding onto the puck and keeping position. And the Atlanta player, attempting to try to find a way around him, ended up getting a handful of jersey there. Maybe a stick around the body. Anyway, things you can't do. So Poole over to Martin, back to Poole. Out to the point. Roberts over to Lombardo. Lombardo with a shot. Hits the net. Wrong side. Phoenix tried to get it out. But the poke by Roberts. And we're going to call it offside anyway. Oh, whatever. So 1:36 left in the power play for the Raptors. 5:13 remaining in the second period. Face-off brought forward. And there's a hook that comes up. Keener drew the hook by pretty much 360ing his way around the stick. So 5-on-3 now. Phoenix fans looking for a dinner order. So we'll see how the power play works here. We got time, they lose it. Martin takes it back, and they'll set up. Martin will hold on to it. Sends it back to Keener, who's not paying attention. And behind the net, shot hits the post, Backhand deflected. Keener will take this one. Sends it back to Martin. Martin gets in front, loses the handle, and the net is off the bearings. Man, we are good at doing that. And by doing that, I mean making the other team's goalie do that. But we have a stoppage. 4:31 remaining in the second period. 54 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 1:27 left in the second penalty, which will be 5-on-4. Sent out to the point. Edwards has it, looks, sends it over. One-timer. Collins can't get to it. Shot on net. Bronson now has it. He's looking. Tries to send it over to Reed. Reed tries to bunt it, I think. Wrong sport, buddy. Puck sent around the boards. Edwards will go chase after it. They ignore the icing because, sure, why not? Edwards will bring it down. Goes to Bronson. Bronson with a move. Shot. Loose. Still loose. Still loose. Carnage on top. Still loose. Shot by Guido. Glove save and a beauty. Good job by the goaltender to keep the focus despite the massive humanity in the crease. So 3 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3, which the Raptors seem to be playing as a practice. Puck is dropped. Reed loses the handle. So we'll go to 5-on-4 now as the first penalty is over. Out to Bronson. Bronson sends it back to Guido, who's tied up, pushed around the other way. Collins will take it on the boards. He'll move it in the opposite direction. They'll try to get it out. Bronson takes it in the corner, sends it over to Guido. Guido with a good move. Sends it out in front. That's a score! Travis Collins on the beauty of a feed by Anthony Guido, and the Raptors take a 4-0 lead. Despite the Phoenix goalie kicking the goal off the pegs anyway. Travis Collins sitting right on the doorstep. Looked like Guido might try to take that one in himself, and he had good position. But the one defender started to go after him, and he just brought it forward to Collins. My God, these Atlanta fans have not figured out a rule of hockey yet. 3:05 remaining in the second as the icing by the Raptors. So we'll get a face-off deep in the Raptors' defensive zone. Here, almost tied with the face-off. Shot on net. Good save there by Baldock. Pass out to the point by the Phoenix. Goes around the boards. Phoenix to go to pick that up. They try to dip it out in front. Shot. Secondary shot. Still a little carnage there, but no damage done. Phoenix keep it in the zone. Brown around the boards. Phoenix still have it out at the point. They lose possession. Brown sends it back around the other way. Raptors try to advance it forward. Banning has it. He sends it over to Kehoe. Kehoe swings and misses. Big whiffa. Bolduc sends it over. Now Kehoe has it again. Let's see what he does with it this time. Good stick check there. Gets it knocked away. Amistadi stays with it. Kehoe swinging a miss again. One more and he's out. Bouncing puck. Gets past Edwards. Martin has it though. Edwards barking out directive traffic, but no one touches the puck, as I believe the Raptors are going for a line change there. A line change, it's always more difficult in the second period. But 1:51 remaining in the second period. Raptors with a 4-0 lead. Puck drop. Roberts will go pick that one up, dig it out, send it around the boards. Lombardo takes it. He'll send it forward. Knocked forward. Poole has it. Pass behind Martin. Edwards with a poke check there. Phoenix send it down ice. Moldick stops it. Edwards has it. Looks for the stretch pass. Lombardo got a piece of it over to Poole. Now Martin has it. Good play there by the Phoenix to cross-check the player, the Raptors player, in the face to knock him into the zone and offsides. Ingenious even, especially if you can get away with not getting called for it. Keener with the faceoff sends it forward. Collins will go chase after it in the corner. It gets sent around the boards by the Phoenix. Brown tries to keep it in, but cannot. Now the Phoenix go after it. Good skating there by the Phoenix player, who sends it softly in. Bolduc with the save, and we have a stoppage. 50.7 seconds remaining in the second period. Raptors still holding on to their 4-0 lead. Sent around the other way. Keener will advance it forward. He's got Collins with him. Sends it over to Collins. Through the legs. But goaltender just gets a piece of it. That was filthy. Collins avoids the dangerous check there. Sent around the other way. It'll be Keener that brings it in. Good move there. Crashing the net. Oh, it's in the glove. So we'll have a stoppage. Good move. Good power move there by Keener to get on net. But the backhand is caught by the Atlanta Phoenix goaltender. Bissett. That's their name because it says it on the back of their jersey. Caleb Reed to take the face-off. We got 15.5 seconds left. Out to Winters. Winters sends it over to Roberts. Shot on goal just wide. Almost a dangerous check there. Bouncing over Roberts, but good attempt there by the Phoenix to know what time is remaining on the clock and to put it on net. Had that got past Bolduc, that probably would have been a goal. But it wasn't, so who cares? So we have a 1-minute intermission as the Raptors have a 4-0 lead going into the third period. Raptors fans getting confused as to who their fellow fans are and perhaps need to keep their hands to themselves. Alas, it is Raptors After Dark. 10:37 on my watch. 10:37 on the big goofy clock by the scorekeeper. So they're accurate. So Reed to take this face off. The Phoenix, for what it's worth, are not in our specific division. So this is just to make sure that we get 3 games in. Since only 2 other teams are in our division, we need a third game. The Phoenix are playing in a division with the Queen City Royals and one other team. The Piedmont Predators, I believe, their lower A team. Anyway. They're going to call icing on that one, as the Raptors got a piece of it, but behind the red line. So we'll get a face-off deep in the Raptors' defensive zone. Anyway. Manning tries to take it off the boards. Bouncing puck. Manning gets to it again, sends it over to Edwards. Edwards over to Brown. Brown to Banning. Drop pass to Reed. Reed has space. Shot on net, save. Loose puck. Taken out by the Phoenix. They send it wide. Edwards glides over. He'll take the puck. He was looking for Bronson. Martin got a piece of it, though. Thought he would take it. Brown picks it up in front of the crease. Big pile of snow there in front. We're losing ice quality here in the third. Kehoe brings it into the zone, avoids a high hit. Winters has it. He'll go to dump it in. It's sent around. Behind the net. Raptors looking for something. Sent over to Winters. Winters dumps it in. Seeing eye gets knocked away by the goaltender at the last minute. Winters has it at mid-ice. Not sure what was going on there. Anyway. Sent out. Chapman has it. He'll send it around the boards over to Winters. Winters goes to dump it out. Martin brings it forward. Hand goes up. Looks like we might have gotten an interference call there on the Phoenix. Not sure if that fan knows any other terms. The Phoenix have some speedy players on their team. They have decent movement. But as you have seen in this game, they take a lot of penalties. And despite what maybe a coach and one particular fan say, these are pretty obvious calls. There's not much borderline there. But we have a score issue. Apparently, no information was given. I don't know. We've got a scorekeeper conversation with the official right now. The penalty is not currently on the board. So we're going to need to figure out what's actually done here. There's your penalty. So on the board now. And, oh, there's two of them in there. Look at that. There are two people in the box. I'm wondering if the second player got unsportsmanlike after the first penalty. Don't know. Could not see. That's what the scorekeeper was looking to clarify. And we're still waiting on game sheet for that information to be entered. Scorekeeper's still trying to get a little bit of clarification. We're all trying to figure out what's going on. Now, one player. Now we're down to one player in the box. Still some discussion. Someone let me know what's going on. Okay, now the second penalty is gone. Okay, so a double minor. So probably two penalties on the same person, maybe separately, not necessarily a double minor, but two penalties on the same player, because you can get two penalties in the same shift. If you trip somebody and there's a delayed penalty, and then, you then cross-check somebody in the face, you don't get free reign. And as I was discussing that, we scored. So score! Lombardo on that one. Looked like he poked it in. So now, Hockey Math will tell you that the Raptors scored the power play goal there. So now the double minor that is on the board now turns into a single minor. So that 3:41 that's on the clock right now will turn into a 2-minute penalty. The first penalty is wiped off. The second penalty remains, which I'm sure the other team's fans are going to love. There we go. Penalty goes down to 2. So we're still on the power play here. Puck is dumped in. Phoenix go to get it out. Reed takes it though. Shot on net in front. But covered. Collins got knocked around a little bit there by the goaltender. And looks like at 5-0, we've gone to a running clock. Which, it's past our bedtime. So, anyway, dump in. Goes out of the zone. Chapman has to rush to go get it. Chapman will bring it in himself, send it over to Bronson. Bronson with a shot, deflected, just goes over the net. Sent around the boards. That will be lucky to even get past the blue line. My God. Enough snow to build a fort over there. Collins now has it. He's got Bronson in front. Stick got tied up. Gets sent around. They can't really send it around too much with all the snow in the corner there. Guido sends it out. Picked up by Bronson. Bronson tries to set it cross ice. Intercepted by the Phoenix. Roberts will try to get it out in front. Stops it. Cross ice pass for the Phoenix. They can't do anything with it. Guido with the spinorama. Over to Collins. Collins is going to dance with it. Sends it back to Guido. Guido loses the handle. Sends it back to Collins, who puts on the brakes. Tries to push it in the corner. Something hit post. Might have been the stick. In front, Keener now. Loose puck. And in possibly the softest goal you'll see this game. Travis Collins politely deposits the puck through the 5-hole at a medium pace. Bouncing puck there, gets loose. Sent out the other way. That'll actually go on net. Phoenix go to send it down. Good play there by Amistadi to separate player from puck. Amistadi sends it over. Bandon can't get a stick on it, though. Dumped in. Edwards will take it. He goes to send it over. Kehoe goes to try to get a piece of it. Can't. Dumped over. Winters will keep it in. Timmy Winters doing a good job on D this game. Scoreboard says 5. It's 6. Trust me. Now brought in. Nope, there's the 6. Okay. Running the scoreboard is not easy. Just so you know. And bouncing puck does something that people don't like. Oh, we have an official down. That's not great. So the clock ended up stopping as the official looked like he either took a stick or a puck up high. He's going to need a moment. We've stopped the clock just for the injury time out there. We want to make sure everyone's healthy. Official appears to be okay. That's nice. It's a puck drop now in the zone. Sends it out to Chapman. Chapman has to get a piece of it. Sends it over to Brown. Brown, bouncing puck. Gets past the net. In the corner, Martin will go after it. It gets tied up. Chapman will get a piece of it. Sent back around. Martin has it. He shoots it on net. I don't see pointing, so that's a save. And we'll get another face-off in the zone here. Same group will stay out. We'll keep it moving. Brown dumps it over to Lombardo. Lombardo has it in the corner. Goes it out in front. Deflected away. Martin picks it up. He'll send it out to Lombardo. Lombardo's got it against the boards. He'll fight for it. Brings it out. Here's the shot. Deflected. Went up in the girders. You know where I learned the word girder? Donkey Kong. Back in the early 80s, we used to actually read these little books on how to beat video games. I remember reading the book on Donkey Kong, and they talked about the girders, and I'm like, what the hell is a girder? Sent over to Roberts. Roberts will dump it in. Reed has the puck now. He tries to get it out in front. Guido can't get to it. Edwards will take it. Still has it. Flipped it over to Collins. A little too high. Kept in by Reed. Reed sends it the other way. Phoenix have it. They'll try to get it out. Knocked in the air. Directing traffic now. Stretch pass to Collins. The Phoenix chop it away. Sent back into the Raptors defensive zone. Roberts has it. Sent it back to Reed. Reed can't get it. Shot on net. That was blocked. Collins has it. He's got 2 people to beat. That's 1. Couldn't get past the other one as the rest of the Raptors do a line change. Sent back around. Phoenix have it on the boards. Brown to Winters. Winters to Guido. That enters the zone. They'll send it down ice. Stopped there by Baldock, who keeps the clock moving. Collins sends it over to Guido. Loses the handle. Phoenix will go dump it in. Brown tries to knock it down. He goes to take it into the corner. Knocks it off the boards. Keener loses it, picks it back up. Loses it again. Pass over to Bronson. Bronson tries to get it on net. Shot just off there by Keener. Off the skate. Phoenix go to bring it the other way. They'll dump it in. We all will chase. Puck dies on the boards. Brown has it. Do you want to build a snowman? Dagan Brown says, you know what? Everybody's saying we can't ice the puck here because of how bad the ice is. I'm going to do it anyway, just to spite you. Great job, Dagan. So 4 minutes or so left in the third period. We've got a running clock. As the faceoff goes deep into the Raptors' defensive zone, Easton Martin will take the faceoff. He'll hold on to it. Send it back around the other way. Roberts to go send it the other way. Over to Kehoe. Kehoe's looks for the opening, but then Kehoe does the classic, I'm going to get to the blue line and then stop and wait for everyone to go offside, then bring it in. I don't know where they teach that one, but unlearn it. And that's not like at this level or anything either. I saw that in the Canes game the other night. So, you know, it happens everywhere. Anyway, Phoenix tried to get it out of the zone. Raptors keep it in, though. Martin tied up in the corner, gets sent around. Chapman will take it at the point. He'll dance a little bit, try to put it on net, goes wide. Phoenix have it. They'll try to do the stretch pass. Chapman gets a piece. Puck goes up in the air. No one knew where it was, including the official. Dumps back the other way. Chapman has it. He'll hold on to it casually, as one does. Delightful dump into the corner. Just like your puppy when you're not looking. Noah Roberts tried to keep it in the zone. Could not. So we'll get an offside. Raptors to go set up. Face off in the neutral zone. Reed to take it. Sent back to Winters. Winters to Edwards. Edwards sends it over to Lombardo. Lombardo gets a piece of it, but goes into the corner. Wrapped around. Edwards will keep it in. Now Reed has it tied up. Massive humanity in the corner. A little slap and tickle there. Shot on net. Easily gloved by Baldock, who does the extra glove wraparound there because style points are important. 1:21 and less on the clock now here in the third period. The Raptors holding a 6-0 lead over the Atlanta Phoenix. Puck sent over the other way. Edwards stopped it. Puck went on net. Boldick awoken. Check there, separates player from puck, and now Poole will chase after it, try to get to it. Let the Phoenix get there first and dump it out. Winters sends it on the boards to Reed. Reed gets past his defender, skates a little bit, tries to get it to Lombardo, who was near the net. Lombardo shot wide. Phoenix tried to get it out. Reed keeps it in, though. 30 seconds left. The Raptors seem content to run the clock out here. But the Phoenix are going to try to score. And I'm just going to say, from speaking to certain players on the Raptors team, when you're down 6-0 or an unbeatable score there, Edwards attempts to hold on to the puck to run out the clock. And the Phoenix get completely all up in their feelings. Don't touch him. There was nothing he was doing. So sent back around. Despite the extracurriculars there.
Yo, who is that? I think he is. I will throw hands with that guy, bro.
I was like,
He grabs onto my arm. I said, "Don't touch me." And he goes, "Shut your mouth." I told him to shut his mouth.
I'm like, get much fire.
Hey, wait till it comes off, jump. I just got. Go. I give him a little bit of water in the back. What are you feeling that one? I was skating.
So, anyway, game's over. Raptors win 6-0. And we'll sign off for now because it's 11 o'clock and I want to go back to the hotel room and get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow. Dagan Brown ruins the entire broadcast. Anyway, we're signing off. Bye, guys.